From Hawaii Five-0 and so many other things, Caan is here. Probably best known for this, of course, playing Dano. And but you did so many other things in your life. And you are a playwright, a very passionate playwright. He's written a new collection, The Performance of Heartbreak and Other Plays. It's a new and old collection, actually, all put together. And it's great to see you this morning.
Good to see you. Thanks for having me.
How are you?
Good.
Good.
See you both.
All right. So, did you have a choice about being an actor?
A choice? Yeah. I mean, I was pretty much told not to be.
Yeah.
So I was pushed away from it. Yeah.
So, your mom and dad, the business.
Uh-huh.
James Caan, your dad,
Yep.
he knows everything about this business that you're in.
Yes,
right?
and more. Yeah.
And he said to you what?
He said, you know, I want you to play shortstop for the Yankees. That's what. He
Okay,
wanted me
fair
to do.
enough.
Yeah.
He was hoping I'd be a ball player, but at about 15, I found girls more interesting than sports, and it just took me away.
Weren't you a rapper for a while?
I was.
Yes.
I was. I was just sort of trying to find anything I could do other than go to school.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you remember the words from any of your songs at all?
I remember all of them. I'm not going to do them
that
today.
You can,
but
that you can repeat.
yeah.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mad Skills right
That's
here.
right.
Yeah.
Put your hands up.
Yeah.
See, look at that.
Yeah.
All right, this part of your life, writing plays. So I
Yeah.
spent a lot of time with them last night, and congratulations.
Thank
by
you.
the way.
Thank you.
There's a lot of passion. These are not written just to be witty. There's something coming out of you as I read these things. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, I mean, this book specifically is a collection of plays that were all done and produced at my theater group, Playhouse West.
Yes.
And I've always been very passionate about this group, and my playwriting started there, and that's where basically.
It also seems your playwriting, I'm reading these plays, are a reflection of where you are in life.
Always, yeah, always. I only can write what I know. I always try to step outside of that and do some research and write something else, but I always come back to feeling comfortable writing things that go on in my head.
And you're always cast so much of the time, you know, as like a tough guy and this, that, and the other, but these maybe are more the Woody Allen side of you?
Yeah, I mean, I end up writing plays for a number of reasons, but one of the reasons is to write something for myself that I otherwise wouldn't be cast for, you know. So.
Oh, so you write your own roles?
Sometimes, yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, because like you said, I generally, my brain works a little different than I look, I think, you know.
Well, you are a tough guy.
I don't know about that.
But you're also a sensitive guy.
I'm very
It's
sensitive.
very hard. It's like two different worlds, right?
Yeah.
You cry a lot?
Not in public, but yeah, I mean, I haven't cried in a long time. It's been a couple of years.
Maybe we can work on it right now.
I could do it. I'll work it up for you. Yeah.
Sense memory?
Yeah.
Right?
Sure.
All right, in terms of your acting career, you've had a good run. You've had one show that's been on for years. Actors love to get roles that are successful. But when the roles continue over and over again, do you have the same enthusiasm for it?
No, you don't. But if you got to be creative and come up with different ways to make it interesting for yourself, or otherwise, you know, you get artistically fat and you just kind of show up and hit your mark. You got to come up with ways to make it interesting for yourself. You know, doing a procedural show is tough, but it's also a really good challenge to try to keep making it interesting.
Well,
you know?
and stay sharp. I like in your book how there's always the details about maybe why something was written, or the one that you wrote for your dad on his 60th birthday.
Yeah, yeah.
If you feel that connection.
Yeah, I mean, look, rarely do you get to do what you love and make money doing it. So, you know, you talk about my passion for this. This is what I would, you know, I act because I can make a living acting, and I write because I have no choice, you know. I love doing this.
And how has being a daddy changed all that? Because your little girl now is a little
I now
over
have
here.
something else to write about,
Yeah.
you know. So it's really good.
If everything is fine in life, can you write?
I think so. It's a really good question. I mean, you know, when you're younger, you think that you have to be tortured to come up with good stuff, but I don't think that that's true. I think you can go into that tortured place and you can imagine things being horrible, so you can come up with something to write rather than having to live through it.
Are you sometimes surprised by what comes out when you're writing?
That's a good question. I don't know. I never thought about it.
You know, where's this going? It starts taking you rather than you taking it?
Yeah, that's a lot of these, you know, the title of this book is The Performance of Heartbreak, and the plays that are in that little collection of The Performance of Heartbreak all come from a place of just kind of spontaneous writing.
Well, as a matter of fact, as I recall, you were writing these things. They're just coming out of you, and you're writing them.
Yeah.
And you send them to your agent, who says to you,
he says, this isn't, there's no beginning, there's no middle, there's
There's
no
no
end,
play,
I don't
there's
get
no-
it. Yeah, and so that of course makes me angry.
Sure.
But you know, look, This was basically a textbook for a production class that my buddy Val Lauren and I put together to get all these plays in production and get younger actors working on my stuff. And I saw so much good work come out of this that when my agent says something like that to me, I go, "You're nuts! I've seen these actors pick these plays apart and make them something more than I thought that they were."
Isn't there also a part of it, without sounding arrogant, you're saying, "Look, you're an agent, I'm an artist," right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, listen, he's just doing his job.
Of course.
And then, like I said in the book, he wasn't wrong. He didn't know what I was going after. And you know, if I had written some of the plays in here and I saw that these actors, they fell apart and they didn't work, then I probably wouldn't be as excited and passionate to get them in a book. But this is like a textbook for all the work that I did at this one specific theater over 20 years, so it means a lot to me. You know.
20 years. What else? In addition, any movies that you're working on as well?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of hate talking about stuff until it's real, so I have about 50 things that I hope happen, but none that I want to talk about until they're actually happening. Right now, this is it, you know.
So when you talk to your child about career, what are you going to say?
You know, sort of, it's kind of cliche, but I would say pick something that you love to do and try to figure out a way to make money doing it, you know.
And when they say, "Okay, I'm going to quit high school because I love what I'm doing," you're going to say,
I support you 100%.
"There's a
There
dad
you
you
go.
want. There's a dad you want."
That's what I
right there.
did, you know.
Okay. Last time I saw you, it was years ago, was you and your dad and a friend were on motorcycles and you're scooting up Pacific Coast Highway.
No.
And your dad said, "I'm like a teenager again."
Yeah.
It was great to see.
Were you on a motorcycle too?
No, I was actually sitting at a table talking to you guys at that point, yeah. The great James Caan, there he is right there. All right, Scott's going to be at Samuel French Bookshop in Hollywood this Saturday for a book launch of The Performance of Heartbreak and Others. The play starts at 3 o'clock. The collection comes out on December 8th. Great to have you here, Scott.
Thanks for having me.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, wait. You know what? You read this. Go ahead.
Oh, don't make him do it.
Still to come, get a bunch of, no, I will not say any of this.
See?
No. Yeah, I can't.
You're going to make me
Come
do
on.
it? You're going to make me
Yeah,
say it's going?
yeah.
Is that what's going to happen?
Yeah, I'm right here. I got your back. I'm going to
Go
watch.
ahead, yeah.
Did a bunch of gassy sheep cause a plane to make an emergency landing? Are they the scapegoats here? We're going to tell you what the airline is saying. See?
You know, they say acting is about choices. You made the right choice.
I made the right choice. Absolutely.